invented this kind of a cream. It's called Clearasil, and it dries overnight. So when you wake up, supposedly no more pimples, right? Well, I became allergic to the Clearasil, which I didn't know at the time. So I used to have, double pimples. Anyway, not only pimples and zits, I had a problem. I had buck teeth, buck teeth, my teeth. So I used to have to wear braces. They used to call me Wally Walrus in school. Everyone kind of knew what I did the day before from what was hanging from my mouth. And that would take like, I don't know, another half an hour to get rid of all the food. Because I also had rubber bands on my braces, the kind of like, you could pop them off and get the teacher in the face, but I was like talking like this, sort of like Gloria Vanderbilt, sort of thing, because there's always like these rubber bands stuck there. And by the time I got those off, with the room smeared with rubber bands all over the place from popping off, zit cream, Clearasil, it was time for the muscle pull in my eyes, because I was also cross-eyed. And I used to have to sit in the room, cross-eyed is? Right. I used to have to sit there in the room by my bed and start from the left corner all the way to the top to a complete circle like this for like 45 minutes, just so, well, we're not moving the head. So I would get rid of the muscle pull. So you're talking about a kid growing up in California, right? Everyone thinks California, beautiful, wild, sexy people. I'm growing up with zits, stuttering. I didn't tell you about the stuttering problem. I couldn't pronounce anything that began with a vowel. So I used to have to say, could possibly 2 hamburgers be served? Because I could never say 1 hamburger. So I was also overweight. Now that's not counting what happened when I took off my clothes. I was covered with very strange kind of a rash in my thigh because I went to a Catholic school. Jane, Catholic schools, Sister Alice.
Sister Mary.
We had a brother named Brother Felix. And his whole thing was never look at your private area when you're taking a bath. I never looked at what was down there until I was 15 years old and I went into shock. I mean, I didn't know what was, And so my whole thing was to wear 2 pair of underwear so I wouldn't look. And I used to wear jockey underwear and boxers, and I had this rash. And I used to walk because, the rash was so bad. Stuttering and with the braces and the cross-eyed. And I used to have to put on cream also there, So, I mean, I had one more problem too. What was it? Cancer.
What?
Cancer when I was 13 years old. So they took me to the hospital, and I thought it was an overnight trip, So I went to bed, and I woke up with the priest giving me the last rite, extreme unction in Latin. And they said I had cancer, and 65 stitches. My back looks like, the Vietnam War, Hanoi field trip. And so, that's the way I grew up in California. And I didn't have that many friends.